Good morning, Infinity players, and welcome to the round 2 of the Toss a Coin to your MERC Infinity Battle Reports. I'm Polynikes, and I'll be reporting and not playing in these events. Let me grab my laser pointer here, my laser pen. Okay, so today we're doing round 2, Hunting Party. Hunting Party is a really weird mission. Most points are scored for hunting down the enemy lieutenants. You, of course, have to hunt down more, and it's there's buttons, which are kind of a trap. They give you points, but they draw out your specialists, which are more things you get points for, as well as the classifieds. Here are our participants. We got And Lo He Spoke, playing Dahshat Company. Here's his list, which I'll go over briefly for you. Good things for Hunting Party, right? Saito Togan, a ninja. We've got, I believe, Raoul on here somewhere. Raoul Spectre is on here. I think he's... yeah, there he's right there. Yeah. Okay, you can see the other things on there. His lieutenant is the Zuyang Tactical Awareness, right there. Yeah. Strong lieutenant because he's heavy infantry, 2 wounds and such, but he's not particularly protected in this mission from being hunted down. Really, you want like a camo state lieutenant. That's probably going to be your best. Yeah, you can see other things are pretty standard here. He's got 3 bounty hunters. I think it's 2 boarding shotguns, 1 acrylic cannon. This is a link over here. These 3. Obviously, Yuan-Yuans are off the board, Saito's off the board, Spectre's off the board. So a lot of his stuff is off the board. We got 3 Libertos, which is pretty crazy, right? 2 Dahshat ones who get mimetism, and 1 Soldiers of Fortune 1 that does not. Yeah, you can take a look at that and pause if you want to look at it longer. Okay. These are the classifieds he drew: experimental drug and HVT designation, pretty standard. I don't know if he can do experimental drug though, right? Does he not have a doctor or paramedic in here anywhere? I don't see one if he does. No, I guess he does not. So it's probably a choice of 2 you can't really do, right? But he can always secure the HVT. All right, this is CB on the other side playing Ikari Company. So we've got MERCs versus MERCs, which is pretty exciting. We were joking that the Combined Army hired both MERC companies just to go fight each other. All right, so Ikari Company with a bunch of Druze in it. Most notably, we do have the Druze light grenade launcher with EM grenades right here. Absolutely amazing for Hunting Party. My personal opinion, this is not a good game mechanic. Nobody really enjoys it. You just sit there and spec fire EM grenades. Doesn't matter on the mission, right? You can do a lot of damage with that. Again, the problem comes down to links. If it was just this guy with a light grenade launcher, okay, it's annoying, it's not terribly effective, whatever, right? But because he's in a 5-man link, he gets that extra +3 to his ballistic skill. He gets to move up with all his buddies, right? But as is, very good for Hunting Party. Other things kind of normal. We got a Brawler Lieutenant. There's nothing secret about that. Tenko, Rushi. Right? He's got a Pathfinder, Uahu. Right? Good hacker. Yojimbo, who's in a lot of mercenary lists. Yeah, you got a Mons Trucker, which is the obviously best engineer for a lot of factions, really. We got a Doctor and a Yuan-Yuan. Yeah. Okay. Here's the ones he got. Experimental drug. Again, he can get it. He's got a Doctor. And Sabotage. Lots of Druze have D charges, so it's not an issue. Here's the board. Let me move myself out of the way momentarily there. This is the side the Druze will end up setting up on. You can see the high ground is on the other side, right? This giant building is going to be right underneath my picture. Here's the board from that side. Here's that big building, kind of looking down over and stuff there. One weird point about this building is sometimes it's unclear where you get cover, because there's this railing here and it dips and it's got gaps in it and like that. That's something players usually have to kind of work out, because if you're just like standing right here, you will definitely not have cover. If you're prone, you almost won't see anything. You'll just see out of that little gap right there. Unless players agree to play it differently. There was no discussion of that before this game, and it didn't come up, so don't worry about it. Okay, here's deployment. We have Druze, Yojimbo with Crazy Koalas here and here. This is the Mons Trucker. This is the Doctor, and the Doctor's bot is right next to the Doctor. Which, as you'll see why that's fine in the rest of the deployment. Basically, all the living things are over here. These are the Druze. We got the Tenko, the Killer Hacker, HMG. One of these is the grenade launcher, and the other is the rifle. Camo Token, which is the Liberto. HVT right there. Far right flank, we've got the Sniffer Bot, Uahu, and the Rushi is in this building, sort of like right there. I guess I don't have a picture of it. I'm sure I will in a minute. But Okay, this is the other side. We've got Valeria Gomez on top, prone. I guess the idea is she's somewhat safe up there, right? But we've seen the grenade launcher already on the board. Maybe he doesn't know about the EM or doesn't make that connection. Down here we have first bounty hunter who gets a machine gun. I think it's a... This is a Miranda Ashcroft. Well, it's Saforza pretending to be Miranda Ashcroft with his hollow projector. And this is a... I think it's a brawler there, if I'm not mistaken. Someone else who's in the lake. Maybe it's the other bounty hunter who has an HMG. There are 3 bounty hunters. 2 got HMGs. 1 got +1 armor. This is the other Zuyang over there. Oh yeah, here's his camo tokens. That's the Liberto mine layer. His mine is right on the ground right there, which you'll see later. There's 2 more Libertos there and there. I believe this was the one without mimetism, if I remember correctly. As we keep moving across, we've got the Dahshat Rushi and the other bounty hunter with an HMG. So the other bounty hunter must have been the +1 armor one. And then his HVT on his far left over here next to this building. So you can see the three camo tokens are Libertos with the mine over here. So moving to reserves now. This is doing the booty rolls, talking about the camo tokens. There's the mine you see around the corner there. Okay, reserve. We have the Rushi in the center here, and the TR bot is inside the building, right, like about there. And the reserve for Dahshat, we have the lieutenant up on top here, who's also prone, and he's I think he's the leader of the fire team at the moment, which is like all 5 of these, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we're getting into turn 1 of the Ikari company. First thing that happens is that Yuan walks on. He walks on right here. At first it looks like this isn't going to be a very impactful position for the Yuan. And then you consider that the HVT is right there, and look at where the enemy's positioning is. It's like all over on that side of the board. So just by being here, he's securing the HVT, and he can like run into this corner and like, you know, throw smoke if anybody attacks him and kind of not do anything. So that locks down the HVT unless your opponent wants to spend lots of orders, you know, working your way all the way over here to fight this guy. So I think that's a really good play. If there isn't a really good attack angle available, this is a great play to secure and annoy. All right, another impetuous move. Yojimbo rushes out, lays a smoke. Smoke lays right there. The crazy koalas kind of move around. Then the Link team starts moving up. All 5 of them moving up. You got the killer hacker in charge. Usually a good idea to have your hacker in charge when you're moving around your Link expecting no AROs, because if there's a hidden hacker or something like that, you want to be able to hack back. That's why she's in charge. They're moving straight up to the room here. They move up. Remember, they move 4-2. They move up again. The hacker moves right into contact with the building and is going to place a D charge on it, as that's one of his classifieds. We'll have some kind of marker there, you'll see. I think it's like a possessed marker, but we'll put a marker there. He does not, however, take an order to hit this button with the hacker, which I think is a slight mistake. You're there, it's the beginning of your turn, you got a bunch of orders in your pool. I would secure the button, but he doesn't. Instead, he goes for the light grenade launcher. They've moved up a lot, right? And they're shooting spec fire out of a 5-man Link right on top of the building here, where it's going to hit Valeria and the lieutenant. As people say, spec fire is not all that effective. It takes a lot of orders because there's only 1 die, but he rolls a great roll of the 10 and isolates both models in 1 shot. This is a very strong opening move for Ikari, especially when you see where that Ikari lieutenant is. There's a camo token moving through this building, which is kind of what I was trying to take a picture of. He does a really interesting play where he peeks the camo token out here and gets a bunch of holds from all these guys, and then rolls it back around into here. That was just an information fish, which is great, right? It's a Liberto, so it dodges really well. So he was checking if these were mines. And they're not, because they both hold. So now he's got a pretty good idea of where the mine is, which is going to be around the corner there, right? It's probably not going to be this one. It's going to be guarding there. At least that's what he assumes, and it indeed turns out to be correct. But I really like that move. Move out, move back with a good dodger just to, you know, fish for what's going on here. Yuan moves around a little bit. I think it just kind of like peeks forward and peeks back. Gets no reaction out of these camo tokens. It might try to discover and fail, I don't recall, but he ends up just like tucked into that corner, which I think is fine. This is Yojimbo again, using his irregular order. He's going to zip over into this corner and set his crazy koalas. So the brawler lieutenant, which we'll get a better picture of in a minute, is in there. Right? He'll eventually go to suppressive fire. He's got 2 koalas. Monstrucker is going to throw a mine over here. So he's really well defended. There's where Yojimbo ends up setting the koalas. Okay. This is, yeah, the Monstrucker just throws a drop bear right there, represented by that Hipotla marker. And then I think the Rushi is going to move out now. Or first the TR bot moves up. It was kind of in here, so spends an order moving up to here, giving it good coverage out that door. There's the Lieutenant going to Suppressive Fire. And now the Rushi is moving up. Moves up and it's going to take position right on these little barricades or boxes here. And then Oahu over here is going to put some support wear on it to give it Marksman 2. And then it's going to set Suppressive Fire. Many of you may know I'm not a big fan of Suppressive Fire. In this case, I do think it's a mistake. He goes to Suppressive Fire right here. You can see this long line coming through here. Back there, there's a Harris, one of which has an HMG. And it could sort of move back to the edge of the board, right? And then walk around and shoot down there out of 24. And of course, you're going to break Suppressive Fire to shoot back. So you've basically just wasted your order. And you're probably going to lose your Rushi anyway. To 4 dice of HMG, right, against your 1 die of Spitfire in your bad range. So I don't like the move, but that is what he did. And then we get a little moving around with the Link. He's basically just tidying up, waiting for the next turn. Hacker goes into the corner. So Killer Hacker, 6 cents in a corner like that is great, because no hackers can move around here without dealing with that Killer Hacker. And yeah, it's a very strong position. The 6 cents on hackers is a really key thing, which is allowed, by links. So this is the HMG, I think, is here. Grenade launcher. I can't remember which one of these is the grenade launcher. I think it's this one over here. But it's not really relevant. They're just kind of moving around, waiting for the next turn. And this is indeed turn 1 for Dahshat. We have 2 Yan-Yans who just walk on right here. Again, not sure I'm happy with that play. I probably would have been more aggressive with them. You know, jump in, start trying to chain rifle those bots in the back or clear out those mines, because he knows he has Ral Spectre later to go try to maybe hunt down the Lieutenant. And if he cleared all the mines, or the mine and the 2 crazy koalas, and then sent in the second one to try to kill the Monstrucker, that might have cleared a path to the Lieutenant. But they both walk in over here. One gets +4 armor, and the other one gets something I don't remember. It's one of those 2 numbers. You can look it up if you like on the booty chart. This is the new Lieutenant who's clarified. No, excuse me. Identified. He's part of the Harris, which has the Bounty Hunter HMG and the Rushi in it. So now we start moving up here. Camo token moves up right in front of the Rushi here. Rushi holds. So this is a fine way to attack, right? Because you got your template and all that stuff, and you're moving up on a link team and a bot who doesn't like dodging. However, the bot is in Suppressive Fire, and remember what I was saying about the HMG in that Harris, who's kind of over here, off the board, like over there. I would have done that first. I would have moved those up and fired at the Rushi, quite possibly killing it, definitely taking it off Suppressive Fire before the Liberto makes his run. So that's not what happens though, right? Liberto moves up, Rushi holds, Liberto moves again. You can see just the top of the camo token right there. New order, and this is the possessed marker marking the decharge that is on the building. New order, the Liberto peeks this corner so it can kind of see these guys. They all have 6 cents, so they hold. And the Rushi also holds. And the TR bot also holds, which is looking kind of down like that. We move around to the other side, which is, I think it was, yeah, the Liberto that laid the mine now comes over here. Comes into the room, there's a bunch of holding. He fires his chain colt like that. He gets some shots back and some dodges back. And it actually goes really well for the Liberto because he puts unconscious the link leader, which breaks the link, and does a wound to the Tanko, but is of course killed himself doing that. It's a fine attack. I probably would have laid a mine before I did that. But that's just more orders, right? And the attack worked out just fine. So nothing to worry about there. Here's the other Liberto, the one that came from over here. And he peeks around to see these guys. No 6 cents on them now, so they can't really do anything. He's got stealth, so they don't get to react immediately. The Rushi holds. Liberto thinks about it for a little while and decides to SMG the suppressing Rushi in cover. I think this is a bad play. I think he should have chain colted, and he should have chain colted onto the Rushi. Very, very unlikely he's going to live through this. The Rushi's coming at him with shock. The TR bot's coming at him there. And he's probably just going to die to the shock rounds there and or the 4 dice of unopposed HMG fire. But what happens is nothing. He gets revealed, Rushi whiffs, he whiffs, TR bot whiffs. These guys get some turn to face dodges, which I think they fail, but nothing really happens there. So there he is revealed, and nothing has happened. I believe he does this again. Yeah, he goes dogged from something, and he does this again. I think he's now putting the chain colt over here. I remember this guy survives getting hit. Someone else here goes unconscious. He's putting a couple guys in the link team unconscious. And then he is indeed killed by Rushi and HMG fire. This is the other Yuan using his irregular to just move up around the side over here. That's all he does. Moving back over here. Maybe this attack happened after that, and that's why there's a picture. But the result ends up pretty much the same. Okay, and then this link team activates over here. These guys move up. The bounty hunter HMG takes the lead. Eventually shifts over here. And there he is. And he's going to get line of fire and shot to the Rushi. Again, he gets it within 24, though. If he'd taken the shot from, go back one, from like here, if he'd come right down this way, he probably could have got it out of 24, which would have been great if it had happened earlier. Happening now wasn't quite such a big deal. As he comes up and he puts the Rushi unconscious. There he is. He moves up a little farther, and he's able to gain line of fire like that through that doorway to the prone Tanko. Tanko, however, wins that with his Blitzen and immobilizes the bounty hunter. This is what they're using for not immobilize. I'm sorry, isolates him because he's not heavy infantry. So he's just sitting right there. The Rushi then comes up and he's going to try the same attack, and this works, putting the Tanko unconscious. Rushi then falls back, and that's pretty much the end of the turn. There's the two Yuan in place, and that's pretty much it. I don't take a picture of anything else there, am I? No. Okay, over to the turn 2 for Ikari Company. Here you can see the end of that carnage, which was this guy was unconscious. That was where the Liberto died. This is Yojimbo, however, impetuously running up. He runs up to here, lobs a smoke over there. His intent in doing that is to block line of fire for the medic bot, Yaozo, or whatever they have, that's going to come running up there. In the background here, you see the impetuous Yuan who just ran out there. Nobody did anything to him like that. I think there was like a pistol fire between the two Yuans, but they were out of range. Okay, so Yojimbo runs up, fires a smoke, fails. The HMG fails also. Nothing happens. Yeah, there's that. Yojimbo here then decides to go deal with the Yuan over there. So he can't get his bike through this, so he gets off and just walks around over there. However, there's a mine there which goes off on him, and the Yuan chain rifles him. I think he chain rifles. No, he dodges, fails, and dies to the mine, which is really sad. I didn't like that move with Yojimbo at all. He's a very powerful guy. You don't want to walk him into a mine. Especially considering that the next thing he's going to do is bring up the medic bot, which we'll see. This is Yojimbo about to make that attack, and then Yojimbo's gone because he died to the mine. We removed the bike when that happened. Not 100% sure if that's correct, but we did because it was in the way. Okay, so here's the medic bot right here. It runs up. You see what I'm saying? He's going to medic a couple guys, and then he could have ran the bot over there to try to kill try to deal with the mine before dealing with the Yuan. I know it's more orders. Maybe he didn't have it, but I didn't like walking Yojimbo into a mine is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so the medic bot runs over and successfully heals everybody who's down in the link team. Yeah, gets over there, puts him back to 1 wound. Runs around a little bit more, right, doing all that. Okay, then the link team is moving out again. Now they're falling back. They've done their job. They've moved up. They've isolated the enemy lieutenant. They're all back alive after a little bit of a lie down. The killer hacker does indeed hit the button on the way by, at least if I remember correctly, and they all just kind of fall back. They fall back over here. They fall back there. I think they do one more falling back, and they end up over there somewhere. And that was the end of the Ikari turn 2. So now we're back to Dahshat. This is the Liberto moving up. They have a little bit of a firefight. Nothing really happens. So that's pretty much the end of the game. My phone stopped taking pictures at this point. I'm not sure why. But Ikari got a 10-0 victory. Dahshat had one more attack run, which was Raoul Spectre coming on. And he did pretty well. He moved up and he put like 3 members of the link back down. And maybe the doctor also who'd moved up a little bit. But then he also died to TR bot or something like that. And he still wasn't anywhere near getting to the enemy lieutenant, which was the only thing he was really doing there. So that is all I have for this mission. Strong win for the Ikari. And a little bit of bad news. As I said, that was the end of my pictures. I don't have any pictures of Prison Break, which is the last mission. Really sad about that because I love that mission. It's always an exciting game. I will do a little mission breakdown report of it later, so you guys can see it and hopefully play it. And I'll post it in the notes too, the mission, Prison Break. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you try Prison Break. It's a wonderful mission. Thank you much.